Breaking news now, live. A Florida beach beauty marries her dream man. The newlyweds set to live happily ever after until death do they part. But what the 26-year-old beauty doesn't plan on is the hitman she allegedly hires to murder the groom is a cop. That's right. The cops sting the bride on video. Oh, she breaks down in hysterical tears, crying over her dead husband just hours after she herself allegedly puts the special finishing touch on his shooting death. And it's all caught on undercover surveillance video. Bombshell tonight. An appeals court reverses. Dipollito walks out of jail tonight. How the state plans to strike back.
Okay, I'm sorry to tell you, man. He's been killed. He's been killed, man. I'm sorry.
Did you want your husband dead?
No, absolutely not.
I'm positive, like 5,000% sure.
Did you hire a hitman to kill your husband?
No.
Good evening.
I'd rather be as less, whatever with you.
All right.
I'm a lot tougher than what I look. I know you're like, oh, what a cute little girl, whatever. But I'm not.
You are. You're absolutely beautiful.
Thank you, but I just need to make sure everything's going to get taken care of.
She was definitely right when she said less is more. If she had talked a little bit less, she may not be in this jam right now. Special guest joining me right now, Brian Claypool out of LA. He is the lawyer for Dipollito. Claypool, thank you for being with us. What is your defense for Dipollito?
Well, Nancy, thanks for having me. The defense is that those videotapes you just saw should never have been admitted as evidence because they are the byproduct of what's called egregious police misconduct. And what that means, Nancy, in Florida, they have what's called objective entrapment. And that means the court looks at not what the suspect was predisposed to do, but they focus on whether there was egregious misconduct by the police that violated Dahlia's substantive due process rights. We filed a 55-page motion to dismiss all of the charges.
Okay, hold on, Brian. Brian.
Yeah,
I know you filed a huge whopper of a motion, very, very well written, very, very well researched, but I still don't understand what the defense is. You're saying entrapment and egregious police conduct in what way?
Right. Right. Yeah, let me explain. The informant that was used as a middleman to get Dahlia to go into the truck that you saw with the undercover police officer threatened Dipollito to do this, and he in turn was threatened by the police department. We have testimony under oath by the informant saying that the Boynton Beach Police Department threatened to prosecute him unless he forced Dahlia to go forward and do this videotape. So that is egregious misconduct by the police department.
Are you saying she knew that she was being videotaped during this?
She knew she was being videotaped in the video you're showing right now with both Muhammad, the undercover informant, and the police officer. It was all part of a YouTube video that they were putting together to post. And by the way,
What? A YouTube video who was putting together?
The undercover informant was part of the plan to put together the YouTube video. He had previously been on a show called Burn Notice that replicated this alleged murder for hire plot. So he was involved, along with Mike Dipollito and Dahlia, to put together this video to post in hope of getting a role. Right.
Maybe you're getting ahead of me. Maybe I don't get it, or maybe it just doesn't make sense. You just said that the egregious police conduct was that the informant forced her in the car. But now I'm hearing you say this is a joint venture by Dipollito to make this video to put on YouTube. So if she's voluntarily making it, how can she be forced to do it?
Well, no, that's a fair question. The plan, Nancy, was never to have the police to be involved in this. It's Dahlia's position that you'll hear if there is a second trial, that the informant had suggested that we get the police involved to make this more credible, to make this a more believable video to post. Dahlia was backing out of the plan, and that's why the informant goes into a Chili's restaurant with a gun carrying a concealed permit, and he was mic'd, by the way, Nancy, And we don't have that conversation. Why don't you
Okay,
ask Mr. Katz?
Well, I will.
Ask him where. No, Nancy, ask him where is that audio tape of that conversation in Chili's? Because Dahlia was telling the informant, "I don't want to be involved in this anymore."
Okay,
at which
hold
time
on.
he threatened her safety and the safety of her family.
You know, I hear what you're saying, and I'm trying to grasp what you're saying. I brought up a really awesome point. Claypool, look, I don't mean to gang up on you, but I don't get it. She's already lived through one trial. Why didn't she use this at her first trial as her defense? I never heard a word about a voluntary YouTube video. Why is it just coming out now?
Well, let me respond first to the remarks made by the lawyer there. First of all, he never took Dahlia's deposition. Second of all, there's never been a single criminal investigation, Nancy, of Dahlia Dipollito attempting to kill her husband through poisoning or any other means.
I know
Mike
that.
Dipollito,
We're
wait,
not
Mike Dipollito has
Listen,
never...
cut their mics, Liz. We're not in a court of law. All right, so I can say, was she ever accused of this or was she ever suspected of this? We don't have a jury over in the corner. There's not a judge up on the bench, all right? Look around. You're in a TV studio. Okay, guys, everyone is coming back with us. I want you to see this video. You judge for yourself. Is this the real deal or is she just acting that she knows she's being tape recorded by police?
Miss Dipollito? I'm Sergeant Ramsey. I'm the one that called you. Thank you for coming. I'm sorry to call you. Listen, we had a report of a disturbance at your house, and there were shots fired. Is your husband Michael? Okay, I'm sorry to tell you, man. He's been killed. He's been killed, man. I'm sorry. Listen, try to calm down.